Hi, I'm Amy. I'm here today with Matthew Cullen, the founder of the Portico Initiative. Hello, Matthew.
Hi, Amy.
So your company is the synthesis of 3 different elements. Can you tell me about that, please?
Well, we work with individuals, entrepreneurs and business leaders to help them achieve more and to enjoy what they're doing more. And we do that using 3 different technologies. So we use neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. We use timeline therapy as well, which is similar to NLP. And we use hypnosis, which I think most people are aware of. And some people have different ideas about what hypnosis is. But we're using the kind of hypnosis that allows people to achieve more, to be more successful in sport, in business, and also to do their own healing work and their own habit breaking and things like that.
So why did you start the Portico Initiative?
That's a very difficult question to answer. I think that NLP, as soon as I discovered it, I realized it was my calling. I had such a powerful experience in all the trainings that I did as a student of NLP, all of the problems that I managed to release, the negative emotions that I managed to release, the things I managed to achieve as a result of studying NLP. And I realized that I had to share that with people. So I decided to set up a business that was not only teaching these technologies, but actively using them as well in a coaching and a consultancy framework. So for who is NLP completely brand new? Perfect. In that case, I think it makes sense to talk a little bit about how NLP came about. NLP's been around for about 40 years, and in that time, a lot of people have contributed to it, so it means different things to different people. And I think to really understand NLP, we need to start at the beginning, way back in 1975. And this is a time of wide trousers and big hair, and the Bee Gees are jive talking. The spirit of the 60s is still alive in San Francisco. And 2 men are about to finish their book. And it's a book that will revolutionize the field of psychotherapy and at the same time usher in an entirely new field of human endeavor, a field that we now call neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. And in many respects, these 2 men were very similar to you and me. But in one respect, they were very different indeed. You see, they both had a certain flair for acting as if anything is possible. They both had the ability to just trust that everything would be okay. And they both had the skill of suspending their disbelief long enough to find out what was really possible. And if any of you have children, you'll recognize this attitude as one that's familiar to your kids. Because if you were to remember being a child, and remember how you used to learn things back then, because you had this attitude, only you didn't call it acting as if. You called it playing or pretending. So back in 1975, our 2 men are about to complete their book, and the world is about to learn the secrets of the greatest psychotherapists. But it's not the first time that someone's attempted to formalize the structure of psychotherapy. So what is it that makes this book different? Why does it work where others don't? So what's interesting about finding the structure of something is that as soon as it's uncovered, it seems totally obvious. For example, we probably all believe that the world is round, even though in the not too distant past, we believed it to be flat. Moreover, we probably believe it in the same dogmatic fashion now that our ancestors believed it to be flat. And to challenge the round world doctrine now would lead to being ostracized from society, much like if you were to challenge the flat world theory in the 15th century. So the question is, why do we believe it's round? Because I don't know about you, but I truly do believe it to be round. And to an extent, that's because I have to believe that. There's no place in sensible discourse for round world theories or triangular theories or space hopper shaped theories or any other kind, just round world theories.
Some NLP practitioners have a much more organic approach. They simply teach on the day and they hope that the clients will retain the information. Although I think that you said you're going to do it slightly differently and you're going to enhance the longevity of the client's memory.
Absolutely. My experience of NLP is that something that the more I put into it, the more I get out of it. So I will always encourage anyone who studies with us to continue applying the techniques of NLP. The truth is that when you do one of our NLP certifications, you'll have a massive life-changing experience in those 7 days. And some people might think that that would be enough. There would be value in that that's more than what they have invested in terms of their time and their finances. But I don't think that is enough. I truly think that people should go out and they should use these techniques and they should continue to learn more about NLP. They should continue to learn more about their unconscious mind and to notice how it can be applied and to really concentrate on using everything that we teach them in every area of their life.
So I'd be right in saying it's quite a life-changing experience.
Oh, absolutely. No question. I don't know anyone who's been through one of these 7-day practitioner certifications who wouldn't say that it was life-changing. It's huge, it really is. I can't emphasize enough the kind of change that you can expect when you attend one of these certification trainings.
How will you ensure the longevity of the training scheme that you're putting forward for delegates?
We make a lifelong commitment to our delegates in that if anyone who ever trains with us phones us up and they want advice on using the techniques for their own life, then we're very happy to give it to them. Or they want advice on how to apply the techniques we've taught them to specific challenges in their business, then again we're very happy to work with them around that to ensure that the knowledge that we give them is always available to them, they can always apply it. I think that there are some NLP training businesses that don't offer that level of support, and it's another reason why we decided to offer an accelerated format which includes reference materials and includes a comprehensive home study program which you can continually go back to after the course and continually brush up on those skills. Now I can tell that you're a lovely bunch of people. You're the kind of people that hold doors open, and you don't get mad when little old ladies are paying for their shopping in Tesco's with bags full of tuppences. 1, 2, 3, oh my, is that a shilling? And I'm willing to bet that at some point or another, every single person in here has paid someone a compliment. Perhaps it was even a very carefully crafted and selected compliment. You know the kind of compliment I mean? Where you look at someone and you think, wow, I bet people never notice this thing about that person. I'm going to tell them how great that thing is. Only when you tell them, they act like you've just insulted them. They take your comment, they take your compliment, and they distort it into an insult. And then there's those times when you tell someone something, and it could be something really important, or it can be something totally trivial. It doesn't really matter. You might say, don't forget to pick up the milk on the way home. Or you might say, honey, my mother's going to come and stay with us for 2 weeks over the summer. It doesn't matter what it is. But somehow or another, that person manages to not hear you. It's like they just delete what you've said right out of their world. They don't remember, they don't listen. Whatever it is, the message doesn't get through. All of these things are very interesting from an NLP perspective, because they tell us a lot about the structure of communication and the structure of subjective human experience. And I think I'll always remember what one of my chemistry teachers said to me when I was about 14 or maybe 15 years old. And we were talking over an experiment that had ended kind of explosively. And we were picking up the bits of glass and wiping down the benches. And she said to me something that I'll always remember. She said, in a sense, when you look at what's going on in the beaker, you're not observing the reaction. What you observe is the reaction to the reaction. You see how the reaction manifests. You hear the noise it makes as it does so. You feel the heat as it makes an entry into the world. But it's not possible to observe the reaction. So in a sense, you have to hallucinate the reaction from what you observe happening. Now, as she was saying this, I had the realization that she was trying to explain something else. What she was really trying to tell me was what makes the difference between the student and the scientist. So whereas the student is investigating the subject for the phenomena they've been told to find there, the scientist is investigating themselves for the reaction their subject provokes inside of them.
So Matthew, you can also work one-on-one for a truly tailored session.
That's right. In a coaching situation, we could work one-on-one with a client, either in business or in their personal life, to enable them to achieve more. That means that we'd be applying all of the techniques that we use and that we teach in the Portico Initiative to whatever specific challenges a client is facing, to enable them to achieve their goals, to enable them to put problems in the past, and to enable them to have much better relationships and to communicate much, much more effectively.
And how is NLP coaching different to other forms of coaching?
There are obviously lots of different approaches to coaching. The difference with NLP is that there are a lot of tools and techniques which don't exist in the other approaches. So when you do an NLP practitioner certification with us, you also get certified as an NLP coach. That means that you will learn things like the Milton model of language and the meta model of language to enable your clients to literally break open the problems and the things which are stopping them from achieving their goals and to go on and achieve massive success. Other forms of coaching don't have those kind of tools within them. They have paraphrasing or they have active listening. They simply don't have the power that NLP does to enable an individual to, in a single session, create massive change.
So this is a program that would be applicable to individuals who have been successful in past pursuits and they want to try a new challenge.
Oh, absolutely. I think that coaching is ideal for people who are already very successful, but they want to step up 1 or 2 or 3 levels to become even more successful and to really find out what they're truly capable of. So we encourage people who are already experienced massive success in their careers or in their lives or in their sporting events or whatever it is, to really find out what they're truly capable of.
So you can be aware of your weaknesses and find a way to approach them whilst at the same time strengthen the strengths that you already have.
Absolutely. I think that that's critical to really understanding who you are as a person, is to know where your weaknesses are and know where your strengths are. What we can do with NLP is we can focus on both sides so that you become stronger in the areas that you're weak in and you come to truly understand your strengths. So this evening's about letting you experience a little bit of the power of NLP. And I think that the best way to do that is to just let go of your need to get it right first time. Because ironically, the best way to learn this stuff and the only way to ensure that you do get it right first time is to just trust that you are doing it right. Because this is the attitude that little kids have. They just get involved, they just do stuff. And everyone knows that the best time to learn a language is when you're a little kid. The best time to learn a musical instrument is when you're a child. Because children just absorb new behaviors and new attitudes and new skills, and they just take stuff on automatically at that unconscious level. Now, Tony Robbins, the great American performance coach, is fond of saying that the difference between absolutely massive success and a totally average performance is a tiny margin. In golf, the difference between the perfect contact and a totally average drive is less than 1 millimeter. The best public plastic surgeons in the world say that the difference between supermodel looks and butt ugly is less than 1 millimeter. In NLP, that 1 millimeter is that one belief. So when you choose to believe that the best results come from letting go of the need to get it right first time and just doing stuff, I guarantee you'll have amazing success with NLP. And learning NLP means that you'll be a better communicator. It means that you'll be more successful in the things you do. It means that you will achieve your goals more easily. It means that people will be drawn to help you because inside of you, they will notice and recognize that something about you is very, very simple and very easy to interact with.